Hello, penguins and octopuses. It is the last maths lesson of the week. It is Friday's maths. So let's have a little look at what's going on today. So here's the flip. And to start off, what I would like to do is just have a go at finding the total of these amounts. So we've got, you can see a wide range of different coins here. We've got 10p's, 20p's, 5p's, 2p's, 1p's. And I have put them in order for you so that the greatest value numbered coins are at the start, and that will make it easier. So let's have a look first at these ones here. Hopefully you'll notice that they're all the same and that they are worth 10 pence each. So to find the total for these ones, I know I just have to count in tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50p. There we go, first one done. Right, let's have a look at what we've got here. I've got a 20 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Well, what I could do is group these up to make 3p. 20 plus 3, 23p. Right, next one. This one has got 5p's and then it's also got a 2p and a 1p. So if I know that that is worth 2 and that is worth 1, then together those are 3p. And these ones are worth 5, so I'm going to count these in fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20p. What is 20p plus 3p? 23p. Another 23p. Right, let's have a look at this last one. I can see I've got a 5p here, and then I've got a 2p, a 2p, and a 1p. So that's 2, 4, and one more is 5. So actually, if I group that together, that makes 5 as well. 5 plus 5 combined makes 10p. So, strawberries and peaches today. I have put this onto the sway in 2 parts, and I would like you to watch the video from today's maths because I think it's always good to watch it. But when it comes to doing the task, if you want to have a go at this one instead, then that is absolutely fine. So on this one, I want you to find the total, and you've got lots of lines of coins here. So in your book, all you'll need to do is write number 1, and then you'll count up the amount, and then you'll just write how many pence it is in your book. And then you'd write number 2, oh, what's that make, and write the amount there. And then I've given you a bit of a challenge at the end. If you're feeling like that might have been a bit too easy for you, you might want to do this challenge. It says, how many different ways can you make 20p using coins? So that's what peaches and strawberries can have a little go at today. And like I said, it's on the sway, so you should be able to see it a bit more clearly than it is now. Right, everybody else that's staying with me, let's have a look at how we would count the amounts here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split them into pounds and pence. So there we go. I've got pounds here and I've got a pence there. I've got £10 plus £5 plus £5. Well, let's combine those together to make 10. So 10 and 10 is 20. And then I've got one more. So that's £21. And, oh, I haven't got room to write my and, I'll write it here. And £21, and how much have we got left in pence? We've got 50 pence. £21 and 50 pence. Let's have a look at this one. I've got 1 10 and 1 5. Those are my pounds, so I'm going to split them there. 10 plus 5 is 15. So this one is going to be £15 and got 3 coins here. I'm going to start with the one with the greatest value, which is this one here, a 20p, and I'm going to add a 10p. That's really easy. I can do this in my head. If I know what 2 plus 1 is, I know what 20 plus 10 is. 2 plus 1 is 3, 20 plus 10 is 30. Or think about those chocolate bars. You've got 2 chocolate bars. Somebody's going to give you another chocolate bar. So now you're going to have 3 chocolate bars, and that's 30 pieces of chocolate. Then I've got a 5p left over. 30 plus 5, that's easy because we know it's going to jump in. 30 plus 5 is 35. £15.35. Oh, they've been a bit tricky with this one. See if you can spot why they've been a little bit tricky. Have a good look. What they've done is they've split up the pound. I've got a pound down here and I've got a pound up there. So what I'm going to do is put a ring around the pence. And I'm going to do the pounds first. 20 plus 20, if you know 2 add 2, you know 20 add 20, is going to be £40. And then here, oh, I think this is a £2 here. 40 plus 2, 42. So that's my pounds done. £42 and 20p and a 10p. We've done this already. 20 plus 10 is going to be 30p. There we go. Fabulous. Right, now it's time to have a look at the video for today. So I'm going to take you across to that now. And let's have a little look.
Hello there. We're learning about making the same amounts today. But first, can you compare these amounts? Thinking about less than, equal to, and greater than. Pause the video to have a go.
Right, so what I want you to do is work out the amounts on each side and then see what you think about what needs to go in the middle here. When you're ready, press play and have a look at the answers.
How did you get on with that? When we're comparing, we're looking for like properties on each side. So in our first example, both sides have a £1 coin and a 10p coin. Only the left-hand side has 2 1p. Therefore, the left-hand side is greater than the right-hand side. In our second example, both sides have a £5 note. Now we're left to compare a £10 note with £3. £10 is greater than £3. And in our final example, both sides have a 50p. And if we look closer, we can see the left-hand side has a 20p and the right-hand side has 2 10p. These cancel each other out. Now we're left to compare 5p and 10p. 5p is less than 10p. Here are our comparisons again. What I'd like to do is make them equal. At the moment we know they're not equal, and that's why we have our little red cross next to our equal to sign. So how can we make them equal? Let's have a look at the first one. We know that it's the 2 1p which are giving the left hand side a greater value than the right hand side. So we could just subtract the 2 1p. Another thing we could do would be to add 2 1p onto the right hand side. Now this is where it gets interesting. We don't have to add 2 1p. We could add 1 2p. And now both sides are equal. Pause the video and have a think. How can we make the next two equal? Well, in the second one, we've seen that there is £5 on each side. So we compared the £10 with the £3. The difference between £10 and £3 is £7. So we could either increase the value of the right-hand side by £7, or we could decrease the value of the left-hand side by £7. I think I'd like to add £7 to the right-hand side. So I've added a £5 note and two £1 coins. And now both sides are equal in value. So what about the third one? I could add 5 pence to the left-hand side. Or I could subtract 5 pence from the right-hand side by exchanging two 5 pences for one 10 pence and then subtracting one of the 5 pences. Now both sides are equal in value. Is that how you did it? There are lots of choices and methods, aren't there? And now it's your turn to match the amounts. Have a go at question 1 on the worksheet.
Let's have a quick look at question 1. Right, so here we go. Match the same amount. So you're going to have to work out the amounts of all of them, and then one of the amounts on this side, you'll have to draw a line and match it to one of the ones on this side. Let's do one all together. Now again, you might find it easier to split the pounds and the pence. So I'm just going to do that. And I know that this is slightly, look at the difference between the £1 and the £2 there. So this is going to be £5 plus £2 is £7. And then I've got 5 pence. So here I could write £7 and 5 pence. And what I've got to do then is I've got to find one on this side which makes £7 and 5 pence. Now the easiest thing to do might be to go through all of these and write the amounts of how much they make, and then find the one on this side. So one of these will be £7 and 5 pence. In fact, I spotted it straight away because I've got £5 here and I've got two £1. So 5, 6, 7, and I've got 5p left over. So I'm going to join a line there. So I've helped you with the first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a circle around the pence for you. Those are all pence, so there's no pounds there. Pence are there. Pence are there. You'll be able to see them more clearly on your sheets. There's the pence. There's the pence. This one's got some either side, look. And these are pence and these are pence. So there you go, have a go at that one for me. And when you're ready, we'll go back to the video. Okay.
Here is a part whole model. We have 20 pence as our whole. What could the two parts be if they were made up of 1 coin each? 20 pence is our whole, so we can make that with 10 pence and 10 pence.
So 20 pence partitions into 10 pence and 10 pence. 10 pence plus 10 pence, 20 pence.
What about if we had 3 parts? 20 pence is our whole. We could have 10 pence. We can't have another 10 pence because that would be 20 pence. But we could have 2 5 pences. Okay, a bit of a challenge this time. What about 50 pence? Pause the video and have a think. Maybe you could get some coins and try making 50 pence using 3 coins. How did you get on? Did you use a 20 pence and another 20 pence and a 10 pence? Well done if you did. What about £20? How can you partition this using notes? I'm going to start with a £10 note, and then I need another £10 note. That makes 20. Pause the video and have a think. Is there another way you can make 20 using notes?
Okay, so have a little think there. And when you're ready, press play again.
There was another way, wasn't there? £20 can be made from £10 plus £5 plus £5. And another way, we know that 4 fives makes 20, or 4 £5 notes is equal to £20. There is a cube next to question 3, which means it's a good idea to use some manipulatives, like some notes, and maybe you could use some coins for question 2 as well.
Right, let's go back to the worksheet. Okay, question 2. Rosie's making 70p in different ways. Now, there isn't a 70p coin, we know that. So we're going to have to use some of the other coins. Complete the part-whole models to show the coins Rosie can use. Well, let's have a think at the next, the coin that we can get closest to with a 70p, which is under it, not over it, because it's quite close to a pound, but a pound would be too much. So the next one is going to be a 50p. So you might want to use a 50p. You could also use perhaps a 20p, a 10p, a 5p. And we also have 2p's and 1p's. Now, the tricky thing about this is that you've got to partition here 70p into 2 different coins. Here, you've got to partition it into 3 different coins. And remember, we can't just split it up into any number we like. We've got to use these amounts here. And here, you've got to do 70p into 4 amounts. And then it says, can you make 70p in any other ways? Talk about it with a partner, or you could just write it on your sheet. So have a go at that one for me. And when you're ready, we'll go back to the video. Oh no, we won't go back to the video because we've got another question to look at as well. That was only question 2. We've got to look at question 3 as well. Question 3, here's Ron. I have £30 in notes. What notes could Ron have? Well, just to put at the side of you, let's just talk about the values we can have in notes. So we could have a £5 note. We could have a £10 note. We can have a £20 note. And there's also a £50 note. So what they're asking for here is what notes could Ron have to make £30? So what could you have used of these? He could have more than one of something. What notes could he have used? Then it says the fewest number of notes. So that means which notes can he use where he doesn't have many notes at all. So we want the fewest number of notes. So we're going to have to use the biggest notes that we can to try and get there without going over. So we can't use the £50 for that one, that's too big. And then it says, what's the greatest number of notes? So maybe you could have a think about this one, which is our smallest value. And could he make £30 with £5 notes? Okay, here we go. Oh, no, we're going back now.
Dexter has 23 pence, a 20 pence, a 2 pence and a 1 pence. Alex says she's got 23 pence as well. However, she's made it with 4 coins. Pause the video and have a think. How can you make 23 pence with 4 coins? Of course. Instead of a 20 pence, we could have two 10 pences. Alex must have a 2 pence and a 1 pence, the same as Dexter, and then two 10 pences. Brilliant. What's that, Tiny? You've got 23 pence as well, but you've made it in a different way. Oh, I think we've found all of the ways. What's that? You've got a 20 pence, the same as Dexter. Well, you must have a 1 pence to make 23 pence. So that just leaves, the 2 pence could be made with two 1 pences. Oh yes, 23 pence with 4 coins. Great work, Tiny. Tommy! What have you got, Tommy? Oh, the same as Tiny, 23 pence. And a note. But you're not telling us which note you have. I wonder how much money Tommy could have. He's definitely got 23 pence. He could have £5, £10, £20, £50. Wow. I wonder how much money Tommy has. It's your turn now. Have a go at questions 4 and 5 on the worksheet.
Okay. Right, question 4. Let's just make that a little bit bigger. Represent, that means show, £4.51 in 2 different ways. So I'm going to have a go at doing a different amount down here to model it to you. So I'm going to have a go at making £3.45. So my first way is I'm going to have £1, another £1 to make £2, another £1. So I've got my £3. Now I need to make my 45 pence. I'm going to make it with a 20p, another 20p, because if I know that 2 and 2 makes 4, I know that 20 and 20 makes 40. And then I'm going to make 5p. I'm going to make 5p by adding a 2p, a 2p, and a 1p. So I've got £1, £2, £3 and 45 pence. Now over here I've got to show it in a different way. So how can I show £3 in a different way? I know I could use a £2 coin and a £1 coin. That's £3. Now I want to make 45 pence. So I think I'm going to partition the 40 into 4 tens. 10p, 10p, 10p. There's my 40. And then quickest way, 5 pence. £2 plus £1 is £3, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 5. So I've represented £3 and 45 pence in 2 different ways. You're going to have a go now at representing £4 and 51 pence in here, and then £4 and 51 pence in here, but in a different way. Right, Dexter. Dexter, Dora and Rosie each have some money. Here we go. A. Dexter's saying, I have 2 20p coins and 4 10p coins. How much money does Dexter have? Well, what you can do is you could write that out as an addition number sentence, and then you'll be able to work it out. So 2 20p coins, 20p plus 20p plus 20p plus, going wrong today, 10p plus 10p plus 10p plus 10p. So you could do it like that, Or you might be able to do it in your head from here. He's got two 20p coins, so that's 20 plus 20 is 40. And then he's got four 10p's, that's 40p as well. So what's 40 plus 40? Write the answer in here. And then Dora says, I have the same amount of money as Dexter, but I've only got 3 coins. That's quite tricky. So you've got to try and make the amount again, but you've got to draw how many, the 3 coins that Dora's got that makes the same amount as Dexter. Then here we go, Rosie, she's doing well. She has the same coins as Dora and she has 2 notes. How much money could Rosie have? Well, we know how much is going to go in here because we've already got that amount. But which notes do we have? If you're not sure, you can always go back to, oh, where did I put them? Oh, they've disappeared. I thought I'd written the notes. Oh, I think I cleared them. Well, we've got possible notes. You could have 5, a 10, 20, and £50 note. So have a little think about those. And that's your maths for today. If you want a challenge, then you'll see one on the sway, so you can have some fun with that as well. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you for maths next week.